So a lot of you guys have been hitting me up. Double Four, what do you think about Goku training Caulifla, and what do you think about her getting the Super Saiyan Blue transformation? So here's my thoughts. It's not out of the question that eventually Caulifla, Kale, and the other Saiyans in Universe 6 would attain these god forms, right? It's not out of the question. I mean, what makes them that different from Universe 7 Saiyans to where they can't achieve god forms? Nothing. But I honestly can't sit here and defend this. I actually made a video a few weeks ago saying that Caulifla could potentially be interested in these god forms and maybe ask those guys how to train them in the future, right? And that would be legitimate because at the very least there'd be a foundation of respect built, and that's assuming that Universe 6 makes it out alive to where they could be trained. Though they're in the middle of a tournament right now where their lives are on the line and everybody else is fighting for themselves, right? It's winner takes all and everybody else is a loser. So how are we going to have characters training each other? This isn't the Universe 6 tournament arc where you could have a situation like that arise. So why is it arising here? Let me quickly read these spoilers to you guys. Episode 100 spoilers read, Universe 7's manpower is reduced by 1 as Krillin is unexpectedly disqualified. Meanwhile, Universe 6 Caulifla and Kale ask Goku to teach them how to become Super Saiyan Blue. Seeing Caulifla engrossed in the training to transform into Super Saiyan, Kale takes a dislike to Goku. I honestly can't believe I'm even reading that. That sounds like something I'd come up with in my sleep. Universe 6 Kale suddenly transforms and mows down one contestant after another, ignoring her friend Caulifla's voice as she rampages around. But Universe 11's Jiren defeats Kale without a word. Seeing Jiren's great strength, Son Goku cannot suppress his desire to fight him. So, at the very least, we could say maybe Goku's attention will be taken off Caulifla in this entire training debacle, and he's gonna just go after Jiren like an idiot. But still, it's just the fact that Caulifla, this disrespectful ass bitch, is here asking Goku to train her in the middle of a tournament to where, because you gotta remember, Goku actually reached out to her like, hey, you know what I mean? And she slapped him. She smacked his hand out the way. So, I don't know where Goku would get the idea that, I should train her. She is not about to get the Vegeta treatment either, right? Where Vegeta just skipped an entire transformation. He skipped Goku's red-haired form and he went blue-haired form, right? Even though we know in the manga he does have red-haired form. They're not about to do this because Caulifla and Kale didn't ask Goku, hey, could you help us tap into our God Ki, into our God energy and all this shit? No, they just straight up asked him like, yo, I think your blue hair looks cool. Can I do that too, right? That's what I'm assuming is going on here. Goku never ceases to impress me, guys. He rejects Beerus' authority, the god of destruction. He then recruits Frieza, a genocidal maniac that nearly wiped out his entire race. He broke formation, and now he's here training his opponents in a death match. Man. But the good news is that he can't make up his mind. He's so instinctual, he's so untamed that he'll just jump from one thing to the other like nothing. And here's the thing, because, most people would assume, well, there's no way he could, train these Universe 6 Saiyans and help them achieve the God state in the tournament. But we know how fast these Universe 6 Saiyans have grown. Just look at how fast Caulifla achieved SS2. Look at how fast Kale went into Berserker state. I don't even want to risk these girls achieving God levels in this tournament because that's legitimately dangerous for our survival. Now, there are people who feel like Caulifla, Kale, and anybody in Universe 6 have no business acquiring God transformations ever. And I hate to break the news, but anytime a new Saiyan is introduced, you have to expect them to one day reach the levels of Goku and Vegeta because that's where, things kind of go. Like, Goku and Vegeta set the bar and then everybody else follows. That's just how it is. It's how it's always been. Now, you could say, well, what about their own unique thing? Just because Goku is training someone like Caulifla and potentially Kale in the future doesn't mean they are not going to achieve their own thing or their own versions. It just means that he's helping them achieve higher levels. I think people are just generally scared of what the Universe 6 Saiyans can attain. Kaba went Super Saiyan really easily, Caulifla went Super Saiyan 2 really easily, and then you have Kale in her Berserker state, and I felt like when she was knocking Kaba around, she could have taken any Saiyan transformation out with the exception of the God transformations. I think she's almost there. Now you add the God Ki with the Berserker state, you don't even want to think about what kind of power she could climax. Now, just because she has a lot of power doesn't mean she'll be able to utilize it or have control over herself, and it's very important to have control over yourself in a fight. But when you follow Dragon Ball for a very long time, one of the hardcore lessons that they kind of drilled into you is hard work and attaining things through hard work. And when people see the Universe 6 Saiyans, they don't see hard work. They just see a bunch of spoiled brats that can disrespect anybody they want and get anything they want as a result of that disrespect. And I have to agree with them. Like, fuck this entire situation. Fuck Goku training Caulifla in the Tournament of Power. And honestly, like, aside from them getting those transformations in the future, I still hope they get them in their own unique ways and they don't just copy Goku and Vegeta straight up. Next thing you know, we got Renzo doing Super Saiyan God. Like, if I ever see Renzo acquire Super Saiyan God, I'm gonna drop Dragon Ball Super. That will be the point to where I feel like these transformations aren't shit anymore. And you could see them, like, they're very clever how Toei is doing things. So they, the second that they start mentioning this limit that Goku's going to break and this new potential transformation, that's when they start dumbing down the transformations they already have. And granted, Goku's most, strongest transformation isn't Super Saiyan Blue, it's Super Saiyan Blue times Kaioken, right? But at the same time, it's like the second that they start, teasing these new forms, that's when Goku is cool with just like, giving up his older forms. And I feel like still everybody's got to work for it. They can't just get it. There's no handouts here. And in a rough universe, hey, guy that's supposed to kill me, can you train me? Ain't cutting it. And I think what gets me the most is the fact that those two will probably get Super Saiyan Blue before Gohan. Yes, Gohan's a scholar and he decided not to be a fighter and he decided to go down his own path, right? Even in his transformations. But if those two get Super Saiyan Blue before Gohan, I'm not even going to complain because I already know what's going to happen. Now tell me what you guys think. Do you think Goku training Caulifla is just temporary and it's nothing serious? Or do you think that those two are actually going to attain God form in the Tournament of Power? I'm willing to bet that those two are going to take interest in training and actually achieve these forms after the tournament because I actually think everyone will survive. But at the same time, I'm just really disappointed in Goku. The fact that everybody takes advantage of him and he can't see through that shit, and I